Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we are back with Dyson Sphere today. So last time we kind of left off with a screw up, and the screw up has been fixed. So the problem that we're having is because of the curvature of the Earth. Let's just turn on the no, wrong button. There is a way of turning on the guidelines, and I've forgotten which button it is. There it is, B. So yeah, because of the curvature of the Earth, we couldn't get this thing to work properly. So I've just relocated it all. A little bit of a spaghetti mess getting everything in the right place, but that's okay. It was going to be useless space anyway, so that's fine. So yes, we've now got the T2 items being crafted, so that means we can start build some of our T2 items. But the objective for today, essentially, is to start building towards the next set of research cubes, which are the yellow cubes. That's going to take some time. So it's not the easiest set to get rolling with. So we're going to start by just getting a bunch of T2 stuff crafted and preparing ourselves to actually go to another planet and start bringing in some other types of materials. This is a daisy. Let's those. Yeah, we're just going to start building T2 conveyors and T2 sorters, as well as any other kind of building materials that we'll need. So if we look here, we've got plenty of the smelters, so we don't need to worry about those. We'll definitely need some miners. We will definitely need a lot more thermal power plants. So yeah, let's just start throwing a couple of these things onto the list. We're going to need some T2 storages, so let's do 5 of them. We're going to need loads of miners, so let's whack a bunch of them on. And then, yeah, we're just going to be kind of running back into grabbing some of the new oh, way too far. Just here. Running back to grabbing some of these as and when they build so that we can build more and more conveyors. So we're doing okay. We've got like 250-ish so far, but nowhere near enough. We are going to need so many more. We're also going to need T2 sorters. These only require motors and the original Mark 1 sorter. So see if we can can't really pinch any motors out of that system that's going there. So let's see, do we have motors being elected anywhere else? Yes, we do have loads of them elected here. So let's get some T2 sorters on the go as well. Let's collect more of the T1 sorters because you need those to be able to craft new ones. Those. Oh, a ton of sorters on. What else? We're still going to need a bunch more thermal power plants, so let's just go around collecting the materials for those while all the other things are being built. So while I'm just doing these little odds and ends, what is it that we're going to other planets for? So primarily it is titanium and silicon. We need both of these materials in order to start crafting some of the new materials that we need for the yellow cubes. Unfortunately, this universe doesn't have fire ice. I might be mistaken at this point. Like what the very first game of this that I played, fire ice was in abundance in my universe. But every game I've played since, it's not been in your starter universe. I'm not sure whether this is because I've just been exceptionally unlucky or they've actually moved it out now. It's one or the other. I just don't know which. So yeah, if you've got any clues about that, let us know in the comments. Solve that mystery for me. Could just be that I'm incredibly unlucky. Okay, how are we doing with our crafting stuff? It's slowly coming along. Emphasis on slow. Oops, no, it's not hard. It's on. What else might we need? We definitely won't need that, so let's get that out. We're also going to need a fair bit of space because once we've crafted all of these things on the other planet, we're going to be hauling a bunch of those materials back. So the more space we've got in here, the better. Let's have a think. What else is it that we're going to need? So the T2 storage, we've got 5 of those. We could do with a couple more. So put those in. We're going to need some stone brick. That's one material that we're missing. Let's go and grab some of that. Okay. How are we doing on other little bits and pieces? Let's just throw a couple of the. Well, let's do 6 of the long range energy poles. And we're going to need even more thermal power plants, so let's add a bunch more of those on. How many miners have we got? 43. Not bad. 10 more might be better. In fact, no, 20 more. Okay. Do you know what? I think we've got pretty much everything that we're going to need. What I will do is just go and grab a few more of those T2 pieces of equipment so that we can have the ability to craft some more T2 belts on the go. As you can see, we've got like almost 900 of the T1 belts still in the inventory, so we can start converting those into T2s as and when. That would be great. Let's just put that out of rotation. Add a bunch more. Eight. Got so many T1 sorters, probably too many, so I'm going to go and pop a few of those back. Also add a few more on. Yeah, that's looking better. We'll just pop one stack back over here. Those 5 can go back in as well. Right. One last collection over here. It's time to go to a planet. Oh, no, one final thing. One final thing before we go. Let's collect. Where did I put my graphite production? Where did it end up? No, I put some in. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's precisely why I was looking for more energy items, because unfortunately, because I'm in windowed mode, I can't actually see it. Hopefully you guys can, but I can't see my my energy bar for the suit. Yeah, there's the graphite production. A slow walk. That's, do you know what? Let's. Oh no, we have to. Yeah, no energy, so the drones won't do anything. Oh god, come on. Let's just take that so we can get something at normal speed. Take 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks. Pop those straight into the suit. And we'll take 2 stacks with as well. Right, off we go. Oh no, I've actually got to wait for it to the suit to recharge first, so just throw a couple of these down. It's actually a really big problem that I can't see the power. There we go. I'm just switching between windowed and full screen mode, so just so I can see the power. And then once that's done, back to windowed so that I can actually see chat coming up. So yeah, please do say hello if you're watching there on Twitch. I engage with as many of you as I possibly can. But let's pick those back up and let's go to another planet. Okay, so let's have a quick look. Oh dear, that's not good. Where is the other planet in the system? So there's the sun. That's the planet we're currently building on. Another solar system over there. Right, sure. I can't see. Must be on the other side of this gas giant. So let's just, yeah, there it is. Denibola 1. Nearly there. So the first thing we're going to want to do is to get a power source. So we'll go and do our standard coal power plant system somewhere on the planet. So let's find ourselves coal vein. Got silicon over there. More silicon, iron, coal. Yep. So I'm not going to be able to get too much power off this, but it'll be a start near to a lot of other resources as well. So actual setup. So our power plant, rotate that round and go 1, 2, 3, 3. Let's get our new T2 conveyors in. Don't really need T2 conveyors for this, to be fair, but we're going to have a ton of them. We will eventually automate them as well, so to do them in the suit as we currently are. And again, we shall also use our new T2 sorters. Get all of this powered up. Hey, now everything is powered up, but of course nothing is being produced. Just stick bare minimum of coal in there, and then it should start running itself. Yep, there we go. So how much power are we producing? Sorry. Oh, like 20 megawatts. Yeah, that will actually keep us going for a fair while. Okay, so what do we want to do first? Titanium, really. So let's see, where's the nearest titanium? I know we did pass some on the way over here. Silicon, stone, there. So let's get some on the go. And let's do 5, 6, 7. So let's go 4 to just check my ratios. We do 4 to cool. So again, T2s. Well, here. So lines are not with us. Should work. And not that. So we want titanium ingots. And of course, that's a mistake because get the titanium out of those ones there. So let's do. Oh, good. The recipe. No, mind. Okay. Get these. Select. Okay. Throw in all of these. Any power actually running over here. Just so that the miners are actually doing something. Just do that quick. Range it over here. Sure. prevents me from getting these pylons in as close as they need to be. Moving backwards. But not even necessary. So there we go. Oh, that's why I was putting in the T2 or the long range. Yeah, the long range power poles. Small ones. Okay, there we go. Let's do the rest sorters. Stack 2, the big collectors. Oh, in fact, no, it's not like that. Hey, there we go. One set of going on with this one. Ah, that's what's going on. It's got no sorters. Good. That. The long range one's over here as well, stupidly. So let's fix that up. That's all working. Again, just put in the correct one here. So that is just about keeping the line saturated with 3 of them. So I think for these 4, we can probably go up to 10 on this line. So let's crack in with one. Almost done with titanium, and we'll be producing load. Let's worry about other binaries that for quite some time. What we will eventually do is automate it so that it will have rockets kind of transporting it back to our primary planet too, but that's a way off. We will be working towards that, but yeah, I wouldn't expect to see it this episode. All the sorters and then power. Then we can start thinking about silicon. So with the silicon, we are going to be doing multiple things. So firstly, we need silicon ingots, but then we also need to start using those silicon ingots to create, I think, called microprocessors. That's the final one. So first we need semiconductors, and then we need microprocessors. going to require a variety of, but silicon being the primary new material that we've not really seen much of at all yet. Excellent. And the last thing to do is to copy the recipe across 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Time will eventually saturate. But because we're using the tier 2s, it's keeping it constantly filled. Oh yes, of course, I've done the same thing that I did with the last change that so that longer side and put in multiple sorters. Them all up very quickly. There we go. Great. Okay, producing tons of titanium. Let's start thinking about silicon. So, first thing is we will just need the actual silicon ingots. So let's get going with that. We'll do 3 mines. And those will go into 12 processors. Yep. So we want this to have a little bit of space. We are going to need some copper to go in this as well. So that's over there. So if we put the processors here for the, we'll need a little bit of everything really. We'll need iron coming in. We'll need iron and copper for circuits, and then we'll need copper ingots for semiconductors. Let's just focus on one thing at a time. I'm just trying to plan it out in terms of where everything's going to go so that it all kind of hooks up nicely and we don't end up big. Want 6 processors either side. Let's see if I can get that copying work this. So I've set the recipe. Now, yes, okay, it's now copying the recipe. I don't know why it didn't do it last time. Strange. Oh, money, but get that hooked up. That's before we carry on doing this. Let's just make sure that the mines are actually using something by getting them some power. Yeah, starting to flow in now. Go back to our sorters. Those and all. Don't really need these, but I would just like a bit of a buffer to there as well. So let's add in some storage. storage. Okay, let's add in some power so that start working. And finishing touches, let's get the sorters. Have silicon ingots being produced. So we're going to use the silicon ingots and some copper ingots to produce semiconductors. So next thing is for ingots. We'll just do three, because we're going to need. We'll also need copper ingots for and over here. Get that doing the circuits and bringing them in. Do semiconductors on top here. Okay, cool. I know where everything's going now. Sense. Okay, let's bring in the copper here. We will want 1, 2, 3 smelters to produce copy and sorters. Power. Power. Mines. Got going. Connection so that it's actually being produced. There we go. So output. We want the copper and the silicon going into a semiconductor plant. Need 10 assemblers. We have it going. Should work. Those along there. We want 5 assemblers either side. Assemblers, yeah. Slightly misaligned. Not the end of the. It does something to me. So sorters, the input sorters in. Cross. Okay, sort of sing. Excellent stuff. Nearly done with semiconductors. And final thing is processors. Yeah, unfortunately, this kind of section of the game, it's very, very bitty until you get your yellow matrices. It can just take a while to go from red to yellow because there's a lot of kind of intermediate products that to work. So yeah, it is a little bit of a slow process. So I think it's these microcrystalline component processes or circuits, and I'm just going to keep calling them semiconductors because um, okay, we are going with that. So again, we don't really need it, but I like to just put a little buffer on things. So let's put that in there. Too close. Try that again. Okay, so that's producing there. So all we need now is circuits. So, in fact, how are we doing for power on this planet? Ooh, we are right on the cusp. So before we put in that final section, we're going to have to find ourselves some more coal. It's going to be the only fuel source on this planet. We will eventually start doing thermal power, but thermal power requires a lot of silicon ingots, which I am, in fact, might be something I start to think about before we head back to kind of home planet. Yeah, I might actually put in a kind of, just its own kind of silicon mine. Currently, I've got the silicon going into like microprocessors and stuff, but it would be good to have just a pure silicon ingot line so that I can start thinking about building the solar panels. And love no money, I cannot find any coal. Let's see. Fortunately, well, I can just kind of have a skip around planet going up. I can use my eyes rather than have. Is troubling. Oh, there's only 170,000 on the planet, which makes me think that I'm actually using the one and only source of coal that we have. That's not good. Not good at all. Well, looks like I'm going to have to do exactly what I was just talking about, which is to start thinking about solar panels. So for that we need circuit copper and silicon. Have a quick look. Are we getting a surplus? Yes, it is starting to build up rather than all being used up. So let's take some of that. Got plenty of copper on us already. We've got, but we can start crafting some solar panels. We will also need some batteries as well, but we definitely do not have the ability to store power just yet. We're working towards those super magnetic rings, and the crystal silicon's not too difficult. That's another thing that we'll be producing. Yes, that's another thing we'll be producing. What about? Oh, honestly. Okay. So I'd like to try and keep all of my power stuff together where possible, but actually, no, that's not the case at all. You kind of want the solar power on the equator. Or actually, well, no, you don't. You want it which on whatever kind of axis that you're going to get the most out of the sun. Yeah, having like all of your solar panels on the pole, probably not a wise idea. It's unclear where is best. Do you know what? It's probably not going to be highly efficient, but I'm going to just try and keep the power stuff as close to everything else as possible. So let's do it on this. So let's go F. 20 solar panels. I will absolutely want to build a lot more of those, but the things we need for it are back on planet number 1. See, can I steal some copper? Yeah, I can actually. There's a fair amount just backing up. Steal all that. Go for another round. Yeah, another 20. Another 20 solar panels. So generation capacity is 27, but of course it's not always going to be 27 because the solar panels are not in direct sunlight 24 hours a day. That power outage will come and go. So that's why I've done it in a straight line, in the vain hope that we can try and keep some power capacity going for a longer period of time. Right, let's carry on with the line then. Oh, that's a useful trick that I would have liked to have known about 100 hours of gameplay ago. Click, hold, drag. Place everything in a straight line for you. Very useful information. to craft. Audio is still quiet, mate. That is not good. Bear with me 1 second while that fixed up. Thank you for pointing that out. Let me have a little play around OBS. I mean, mine is bouncing right up onto the top, but I will. I'll turn it up a little bit further. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me. So yes, power outputs. Let's get these last few in. I'll start to double up now. I would still very much like to put a lot more solar panels in. That's nowhere near enough. It doesn't go anywhere near enough around the full width of the planet, or circumference, I should say. But it's a start. So we have the capacity. At the moment, we only have the capacity for 9.5 output. That's because the sun is no longer hitting those solar panels. Oh, this is a real problem. I'm gonna have to just try and focus on this for a little while until power output's a little bit better. Build more? No, not really, because probably out of circuits. Circuits was the next thing that I was going to build, but I think before I do that, I'm going to just head back to planet numero uno and bring back some. Oh, in fact, do you know what? That's very silly. Let's bring back some of these resources to home planet as well. So let's take. We want to keep all those here. Take as many of these as we can. And many of these that I've actually filled up. Let's see, actually. Up a little bit there. Rid of rubbish. Back up on that? Not really. Oh well, let's take a little bit of titanium. Not very much, but better than nothing. Okay, home planet. Here we come. An unfortunate name for this solar system, Denny Bowler. Fortunately, because the planets do move around the solar system in kind of, actual orbits and stuff, the planets can be further and further away depending on which point you start to actually move around. Just something to be aware of. That. Crash land on the planet. Great. Where exactly are we? That's our graphite production. So I'm just going to go and chuck of stuff in here. So we'll want to put the majority of that in here, all of that in here. We'll take some of these stacks back. Ooh, not titanium, because we want to start building more solar panels. There we go. Go to our circuit storage, grab a bunch of them, grab a bunch of copper. And let's see, 50. That should be a good start. Still not enough in my mind, though. Take a little bit more copper. Take the stack circuit. And we'll head back to Denny Bowler 1. Oh, actually, no. Let's not leave before we restock on fuel. Yeah, pretty screwed if get stuck on the other planet without any graphite. Search and heck, completely spun around. I don't know where. We're going. For probably a bit overkill. Okay. Back base. Is got a feeling that I should have just stayed on the surface to recharge first. I'm moving very slowly and it won't let me accelerate. So, back to the planet. Ah, damn it. Oh, actually, no, not too far away. Just wait for that to recharge. Better. Okay, let's pick those back up. Back out. Helps, but it's even further away, so I'm gonna hang on and let machine fly. Come on. Hello, Mr. McCoy. Thank you for joining us. How are you today? Out of curiosity, can you let me know how's the volume? Is it coming through okay? Can you hear me? Probably covering around about a third of the circumference of the planet. Loud and clear. Excellent. That's very good to know. Right. Let's. No, don't even need to refill the suit. Doing fine for power there, but what I do need to do is build even more solar panels. I need them going around like the vast majority of the surface of this planet. Otherwise, it's essentially useless. Fortunately, because I've got so little power, I can't move very fast. What I will do when I'm on this end of things, and up some more of the silicon ingots, I will throw down a couple of these Seaver towers so that I can quickly charge up. Goes flying up now. Grab a ton of silicon. See how many. Oh, only 40. Probably because we're out of copper. So let's go and steal some copper from this. Put a few more onto that. Just get fully charged up so I don't stopping. And then we'll pick those back up just in case we need them elsewhere. And let's get back to it. So we've got more. I've got more solar panels being created, but I kind of want to start laying out the next section of this plan over here. So first thing that we're going to need is to produce circuits. Yeah, unfortunately, as you can see, when it's flashing orange, blue, that means it's struggling for power. Heal. It is what it is, unfortunately, until those solar panels have been built. I'll just not power any of this up. I can start laying it out, but I won't power it up. So if we do two, in fact, we probably only need one mine to one mine. So actually, let's delete that. We'll do here. There. Melter, smelter, same copper. Do is the iron going out there. One cross. as well. That's that. And we'll put the process in 2. Yeah, 2. 2 will probably be enough. Okay, let's add in sorters. So 1, 2, 2. Output. Sorters on. Okay, so that's our circuits. They will get produced once we switch these bits on. As I said, I'm just going to leave that for now until we've solved the solar power situation. Yeah, then the circuits and the semiconductors will form together in this center. And how many do we need for that? We need 11? No, 9. It's actually pretty much perfect. We've only got 11 left, so that came at a good time, really. We want to do. I think it will like just check that fits. Yes, perfectly. Okay, and then we do 1. This one here and here. Do going all the way. Then we'll do the collector line here. Collector line. Yeah. Okay, sorters. Lots of sorters going in. Okay. So it'll be 1 to this side, 1 crossing over, 1 over. And then wash, rinse, repeat all the way down this line. Over, crossover. 1 to 1 to 1. Over. Normal. Great. All of the inputs done. And do the outputs. Okay, so when we switch all of this on later, that's our microprocessor automation fixed. The only other bit of automation we need to do on the planet, on this planet, I should say, is for the crystal. And we'll come to that in a minute because probably, yeah, we've got 60 solar panels to throw down. So let's go and add those in. and that's all of them. Still probably only about halfway around the globe with those, though. So that all my drones are elsewhere. I'll just wait here. Just that one drone. But you can see that they're slowly starting to switch on as the world spins. I reckon I've probably, yeah, probably not quite half. Not far off, though. Which means, yeah, once again, got to think again about building a few more. As you can, in fact, well, all of that's turned off, but that's because I've not hooked it up yet. So let's steal some copper ingots off the line over here. Build another 20. So the sun is hitting most of those solar panels now, so we're getting like 60 watts of power. But of course, that's only for about a third of the day. And it goes up and down. But I suppose whilst the sun is shining, it can power all of this stuff. So let's get it switched on. We're missing some sorting here, but I'll fix that in just. We're missing everything over here. No, no recipes, no nothing. So let's do iron for you, well as for you and you. Copper, you, and let's add in those missing sorters. All working. Let's leave that to saturate the line for a little while first. But let's get these microprocessors saturating the line as well. That is all backed up. Lovely. Conductors, in fact, there's loads of semiconductors in storage anyway, so I'm really not worried about those. Let's start powering it up. Oh, and of course, always, well, if you've got the recipes set, get all of those buildings. Go. And we have microprocessing automated. Lovely, lovely stuff. Okay, let's see if we can steal some more copper off this line over here, so that we can build a few more solar panels. Start stealing copper ingots off this as well, because this is overproducing. Good. Good. Oh no, now we're out of. No, we've got circuits. Oh, we're out of silicon. Let's grab some of that then. now we are out of circuits. Have to go with what we've got at this stage. I'm going to carry on putting down some these panels, but rather than traveling all the way around the globe for it, let's start doing it a little bit closer to base. Hey, we're getting there slowly. Power situation is just going to be dipping in and out on this planet for quite some time. I mean, even though like that, I think the solar panels on the other edge are probably still getting power now. So yeah, in fact, it is going up. So there'll probably be like a 2 to 3 in-game period, 2 to 3 hour in-game period where it's not getting any power. But then for the rest of the day, I think we've kind of got it covered. So I mean, I'll throw down the last ones that I've created as well. But I think the power problem is over. Okay, yep, that's everything that we got. Okay, so the final thing that I wanted to do, like the final thing I wanted to automate on this planet is the crystals. So again, let's get that on the go. So we'll have 2 silicon mines. 1, 2. And we will have 12 processors, or smelters, I should say. Slightly misplaced that one. Okay, so what we're going to be doing with this is as follows. So the silicon that we're bringing in from the mine is going to go into this side, the line. And this side of the line is going to be using ingots. Copy that across. Then we are going to have those smelters transporting across the line their opposite smelter. And they output to here. Box and those outputs this line. That box, and these will be producing the silicon crystals. that all the way across. This planet automated. So now we'll just have to come back every now and again to collect some supplies from it. But yeah, for the most part, we can just leave this doing what it's doing. Is that going to be enough silicon to get into the end? It is. Cool. Oh, no, that is right. Cool. So let's try and collect up as much as we possibly can from this planet. Start by freeing up a bit of space where we can. Yeah, for the sake of 6 motors, worry. I need to find. I need to figure out what the delete button is. Forget. Oh, it's. Funnily enough, it's delete. Yeah, just delete the letter. I don't care about 6 motors. I do care about those because they're kind of pieces of equipment. Okay. Let's just take 2 full stacks of those crystals. And then we'll majority titanium. We'll be needing a lot of titanium. Take all of those, and then the rest will take silicon. Great. Do I need a? Oh no, power's fine. So let's. Oh no. Let's not forget that those are not the materials that we're creating. So let's take a couple of stacks of silicon with. Let's also those. Oh no, not those. Wrong ones. Microprocessors. Which are here. Hey, now we can go home.